Greetings. Peace. What's going on, sentient beings? This is literally video number 4 today. But it's necessary for cancer. Let's get it. Alright. I was just watching. I'm only supposed to say like 3 or 4 things. I was just watching a little bit of the video that I just made that's not uploaded yet. Damn, so I gotta upload 2 videos. And great. It was fantastic. I love being in this water situation. Gotta be more mindful with my positioning with skirts and cameras and getting close. Oh snap. But look, you live, you learn. Let's go. We're all adults here. Anyways, alright. I was supposed to talk about what the woman who did my eyebrows, what she said to me, and I know her on a first name basis because I always go there and support the same people. I always give her a tip. You know, she always asks me about my daughter. So boom, this is why it's so important. But she's always been very encouraging to me as a mother and just always talk about how wonderful my daughter's energy is. And so she's like, she's such a good girl. And she said that she's like that because of you. So she said that to me today, and I was like, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very important to me. You know, as being a mother, Cancer moon energy, like she spoke about, you know, it's been the most rewarding, challenging, turbulent, exciting, beautiful experience. So, you know, give credit where credit is due. So I give myself credit. And I give thanks. For who I choose to be and am. So she mentioned that. I was supposed to speak about that. She also asked me, about, she's never done this before. Because I usually have my daughter with me. Everyone knows, wherever you see me, if people see me without my daughter, they're surprised. Because they're like, what happened? Where is she? What's going on? So we're very close, and I've been home educating her for the last 2 years. It has nothing to do with a pandemic. All right, we're all natural. We make our medicines. We don't do flu shots ever. I remember when I cried in the hospital. That's how I felt strongly. You know, spirit was trying to tell me like, don't fucking do it. Like you don't have to do it, and that's how it moved me. Even times like I'm at work and I'm crying because I'm concerned with my child. Cancer energy, mom stuff. That's what matters more. Your spirit, your soul is trying to tell you. Listen, we have to nourish and listen to, be in tune with, and follow our feelings. 2 things my mother always told me is to listen to your heart. She also always told me to follow your heart and tell the truth. So, you know, one of my favorite words is integrity. She taught me all about that. So gratitude to my mother. Gratitude to my father as well. He taught me don't let anyone control your emotions. That's how you have peace. He's a double Virgo, so he ain't with that shit. Y'all ain't rocking that boat. He would look at you and smirk. Like, are you done? Can you move so I can keep doing what I'm doing now? But he also taught me about persevering. So on my vision board, I had 2 things that my mother taught me, the most important lessons, and the 2 things that my father taught me, the most important lessons. And I'm saying this now because in this Leo sun, the sun the father, and Cancer moon, the moon the mother energy. The sun's always the father, the moon's always the mother, but the sun's always in different signs, and the moon's always in different signs. Right now, the sun is in the sign of the father, which is Leo, the sun sign, because it's ruled by the sun. And the moon is in the sign of the mother, which is Cancer, because it's the 4th house, it's the matriarch, it's the womb, it's because Cancer is ruled by the moon. That's why. Out of all the 12 zodiac signs, only Cancer is ruled by the moon and no other sign is. Leo is ruled by the sun and no other zodiac sign is. So that's unique for both of them because, and having that strong energy because the other signs such as me, Virgo. Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury rules 2 signs. All the other signs, they have a planet that rules them. Planets will rule 2 signs. So Mercury rules 2 signs. Mercury rules 2 signs, Virgo and Gemini. Venus rules 2 signs, Libra and Taurus. Mars rules 2 signs, Aries and Scorpio. Jupiter rules 2 signs, Pisces and Sagittarius. So in turn, that's why I'm saying that. The sun only rules 1 sign, Leo. The moon only rules 1 sign, Cancer. So you already know, Leos and Cancers, they coming with it. Super potent. All right, so let's just stay focused on the messages that I was supposed to deliver. Boom, the woman from the shop, she asked me who does an incredible job, so I appreciate her and I support her. And I was very grateful that of course, I'm seeing her today, you know, in this Cancer moon energy. She always talks to me about motherhood and encourages me on my journey. And today, she happened to ask me, she was like, "You're not married." She said, you're not married? And I said, "No." And I said, "At the right time, when the time is right, you know, and with the right one." That's what matters so much. Another thing my mother always told me, always said this, I never want to hear it, but patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. And I said it in the bank today. When I said it, the woman was like, "Amen, sister." So I got that from my mom as well. So thank you. My Aries moon, you know, but it is. And it's just like when you talk about the plant and anything easy will not last and anything worthwhile will not be easy. Patience is a virtue. You got to stick with it. You have to persevere. That's why my parents are together. They're awesome. You know, they've been married 34 years. Gratitude. So they're coming up on their 35th year. Yes. You saw that? Beautiful. Because I am turning 34. I'm in my master number year. Yo. Woo, coming out. Let's get it. I'm so grateful. Yes, like I said earlier, who I am has been illuminated, revealed to me. So, and this is all part of that. And I'm so excited. Like, while I was down here. So that was relevant because that had to do with the sun and the moon energy today. And the Leo and Cancer, the mother, the father. She asked me about a husband, about being married, which is, I told her it will happen and at the right time. And I was like, "Thank you for asking me that." And I let her know, I was like, "I write in my journal. So, you know, so I work on manifesting." And she said, "Ooh, manifesting." So, as I become as I care for myself more, appreciate myself more, and radiate that energy, you know, it's that's just the thing to do. All right, I'm a flower, so I'll just keep being a flower. And I'm a sunflower. Sometimes they take long. Yo, I can't wait to see when this sunflower finally blooms. It's gonna be beautiful. And that's what I'm like. And now I see that. Now that I've planted a sunflower, now I see that. Woo, it's something to see. So much gratitude. That will happen. So that's why I wanted to come back on video. The other part was while I was talking and found the dime and was like, "Oh, gratitude, confirmation." I was telling a story and never finished it because then I had a conversation. It wasn't just because I was rambling and absent-minded like usual. There was a real reason this time. So I wanted to come back and tell the story because it was fucking relevant. You saw how I found the dime. That was the confirmation. Yo, all of it. The story was about me getting out of the cab. Because the dude said on the phone, like, "Oh, you're going to need a mask to get on." And I already knew they knew that because last time I called the cab. I got in the cab and he was like, "You don't have a mask?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Yo, okay, you got to get out the cab." I was like, "Yo, come on, just drive. Stop playing around, blah, blah. I've been in cabs all week." He's like, "Oh, the rules and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Yo, come on, let's stop playing around." And I had like walked to the cab station, waited, and I'm like waiting for the cab versus the bus. And I'm like, "Come on, I don't want to play this game today. Just go." And he was like, "You got to get out the car." I was like, "I'm not getting out the car." So it was a whole situation. I don't remember what side the moon was in. He was like, "I'm going to call the police." I was like, "Okay." Fuck. It was a hot day that day. So I ended up walking home. And on that, and I said I knew that all things were happening for a reason because I didn't catch a cab, I didn't catch the bus. I walked home, so I ended up walking past my daughter's program, summer fun. I said, "Let me check in for just because it was a Friday," and I checked in. It was actually a Thursday. No, it was a Friday, right? Because that was her last day. Yeah, and I checked in, and I ended up having to have a whole conversation with one of the little child counselors. because of their energy and how they choose to interact with my child and me. And it came to the point where I was like, look, just let me get your supervisor's phone number and email, because I don't play that disrespect shit. So that's how that ended. She didn't even want to give me the information, so I just stayed there, and she ended up staying in the back room crying until her supervisor came to talk to me. We had a wonderful conversation, and yeah, she was like, "Oh, I understand where you're coming from. Exactly. I want to let you know that people who have nasty attitudes shouldn't be around children. If you're power struggling with an adult, then how are you being with the children? This is also relevant. This is why I homeschool. This is why. How these people treat your children, these businesses, these companies, they want everybody, they want your children. You have to protect your babies, all right? That was another part. So thank you. All knowing Forrest knew how to get me to the message. Start talking about her child. She's gonna start speaking that truth. And you're gonna do what you have to do to keep your loved ones safe. Leo energy, Cancer energy. They are both about the home. It is super feminine, nurturing, empowering. So that happened a totally different other day. But this story that I started today was supposed to continue to the cab. Long story short, when I get to the cab and get in, he was like, I go to hand him the money, he takes it. He was like, oh, you don't got a mask? I was like, nah. I was like, he was like, oh, you don't have one in your house? I was like, I'm not wearing a mask. I was like, I'll pay you extra. Yes, I did. I was like, I'll pay you extra. I was like, here, don't keep that. That's your tip. I was like, can we go? He was like, oh, no, dead ass. I hate when people say that dumbass shit. Dead ass. Your breath probably smells like dead ass. Anyways, I was like, dead ass, I can't drive you if you don't wear a mask. He was like, but instead of a tip, I'll let you. He was like, here's some masks. I'll just say you pay for them. Here's some masks here that I have. And I was like, no, I'm not about to buy no masks. Don't even worry about it. I was like, have a good day, sir. He was like, I got to give you your money back then. I was like, yeah, that's fine. So, but people think like money moves you or something. They always want to dangle money or something. They always want to dangle something while they're trying to disrespect you. Stand in your integrity. Just stand in your integrity. So that was the story I was telling while I found the dime and the man came and we spoke. But I got out the cab yesterday. And after I had already missed the bus, after I had spoke with the karate teacher about trying to get there, and I'm like, I was on the phone with the cab for 19 minutes actually. That's okay. Sun card. See, I actually like sent the picture to the teacher, like showing her, like, it just looked like I'm not trying to show up. And then the last week I had the ankle injury, so we haven't been at class and we're new. And she's trying to encourage us, and I'm like, oh, I want to go. Then I missed the fucking bus. Then because I let my emotions overtake me, and I had a moment. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, the moon's not even in Cancer yet. This is Gemini energy. Why am I pissed? Yep. Oh, wow. But it's okay. And what ended up happening, I got out the cab. So that was the story. I wanted to tell, we walked around. It was just like, it's okay. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to pay to do shit that makes me feel like I'm selling out. And I'm not going to do the shit for free neither. Because it makes me feel like I'm selling out. That was the message about standing in your integrity and don't let people try to dangle stuff. Whether it's emotional manipulation, financial manipulation, Cancer energy manipulation. So, Cancer energy, be the water, flow, and also be formless. So you can flow anywhere. So that there's a positive, But I did want to say those things. And then the other part is, right after I finished this video, I ended up having a phone call, and I spoke with a sister. Now, we're working on a domestic violence project. She started it, and then one day I ran into her, and I was like, oh, I want to help. So she's throwing an event for the community. It's something that she wants to do, just as an individual. And I was like, yo, I'm in, let's go. So, I came through like the cheerleader, rah, we doing this, brainstorm, boop, 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 boop. So it's going fantastic. She hit me up. This is wonderful. But long story short, she hit me up about business stuff that I texted her earlier, but she actually called me this time, and I heard the frustration in her tone, but I didn't know I didn't know what it was about. But long story short, we ended up talking for about 20 minutes while she was on her work break, and she was going through a frustrating moment. And we just talked about handling it with grace. Here go the goosebumps. Yup. And I told her, I was like, oh, I feel it. Because she ended up telling me, she was like, you know what, I'm just having a difficult time. She didn't say that, but she was like, these people, when they feel like they can treat you any type of way. And I said, oh, I already know how they try to act. The audacity of these motherfuckers out here. Shit. That's cuter when your ring don't get stuck, right? I was looking at the video earlier. It's like, oh, I love this little water scene thing. I want to be out here all the time making videos. So, but the point was, I encouraged her as a woman, told her hold her head high, be grateful, you know, reminded her of who she was, and she was appreciative, and she was like, thank you, and it was great, and I felt the goosebumps, and I already knew what was up, and that's what I do and want to continue to do. And then right after I got off the phone with her, I got the insight. It was illuminated. It was revealed. Cancer moon. How exactly I can do the esoteric counseling that I want to do for people. How I can do it. And see, this relates to the woman at the bank. See, so I connect the dots, that immutable energy. That's who I am. The woman at the bank, when I went to pay for the soap, and she was like, you know, God provides, always provides. Don't worry about the money. I was like, yo, I like that. I feel the same exact way. And it was funny because then when I was counting money, I was like, duh, why am I even counting? I was like, here. She was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, come on. It's like, that's like $12. It was once. That's why it looked like a lot. I was like, nah, you're good. I was like, come on. This is me 2 bars of homemade goat milk soap. I was like, I appreciate it. So, same concept. I'm going to do that. Not even worry about the money. I know that the all provides. It's been. So that's how I'm going to do. I've been a little conflicted about exactly how. So I'm very grateful. That was illuminated. So, boom. Got to get that going. And not just that portion, but the method in terms of the technical setup, in terms of how to communicate with the put myself out there to others, but still being safe and still having my boundaries. I do this when and how I want. If you want. Holler back. So I'm very grateful, and y'all will hear more soon. I think those are all of the messages. Shoot. The last thing that I thought about this as I was coming to make this 4th video. Cancer, gratitude, building foundations. We're in the water, and I was like, I'm not gonna do the mantras because I already did it on a Thursday. It's all good. We are in the water. It's Cancer moon. It's a Thursday, so that has to do with the sacral chakra, which is water-based, sensual feeling. Okay? Yeah. Last Thursday, I couldn't do anything with my ankle. Today, we Gucci. Yes. Oh, I hope the video